Okay, we're going to get started because of time. We're just going to get started and people will start joining us. If you don't mind just muting yourself, and if you have any questions, just put it in the chat and I will take those questions through the chat and then we'll go through as we're going through this material, okay? Okay, awesome. So today, you guys registered for how to generate 50 to 80 enrollment ready leads in 30 days in with meta ads. So this is actually what happened. Actually, the results was a lot more than that. I just put, conservative numbers here for you guys. But I just wanted to let you know that that was kind of what we experienced with multiple of the people that we have talked to or we have run the ads to. So you're going to experience it today in the ad. We will even show you behind the scene case studies showing the exact campaign, the creative, the wordings that we kind of use, the funnels that will help them convert and add the value and nurture them in, and then also the pipelines and how to replicate that for falls for you guys. Okay, awesome. Okay, so that's kind of what I was walking through the campaign funnels and the step-by-step implementations, what you guys going to see. So you might wonder, hey, I'm not sure if this is for me. Is this the right training? Am I in here for me? If you are a school admission principal, admission director, if you're involved in any marketing for schools, you should be here listening to this. If you're interested in learning about ad campaigns and how to do ads for Christian, private school, faith-based, this will be also will helpful for you. If you're looking into finding qualified parents for your school and you have a niche kind of offer, we'll definitely show you how to do that in this one as well. Okay, awesome. Again, if you have any questions or concerns, just put it into the chat and I will definitely be able to take it after that. Okay. As we're moving on. Okay, here's a real life results that we have seen, and these campaigns we probably ran in the last 2 to 3 months, so they're very fresh kind of results that we're sharing with you. We're not sharing with you something happened a year ago or 2 years ago. It's literally between probably from March even till some of them are even just running even today as well. So we're going to go through step by step 4 examples today. One of them is that, we did a 600 converted leads. We saw a 77 event register for one of the events. We helped them run a campaign. We saw a 65% increase in website traffic for another campaign that we ran. And then a 47 just saying, hey, I'm ready to enroll. I need to get into your school kind of campaign as well. You're probably wondering, who am I? Why should I listen to you? So that's a very valid question. I'm going to tell you who I am. I am founder of Digital Consultants. I am not a vendor. I am a parent, and I have over 10 years of experience in private schools. I have my kids enrolled in private schools from grade one and even kindergartens, and I see the value of private education and the cost of not having it. So definitely I'm one of your client, and as well I understand the value of private education. I base my framework on this because I have also taken our framework, and I have trained university students. Currently I'm teaching grade three, sorry, not grade, third and fourth year university students in our local university about digital marketing as well. And I got a chance to connect with the younger generation and helping them equip on how to do marketing really well, because the traditional marketing is good, but 80% of what we do today is digital marketing. And that is missing out right now. So that's why we're focusing on that. I have worked with over 200 plus private schools, coached them, consulted with them, got a chance to really meet some beautiful people to work with them. And then I come from a consulting background from corporations before all of the school stuff, over 20 plus years of banking experience with doing case studies, project management, and business charters. Okay, awesome. So let's just go to I already talked about this. I'm not going to waste your time on this. Let's go to this one. So this is the one that I'm going to actually show you later on step by step, but this is what we did when we set up the campaign. This is the event campaign. The client came to us a little bit stressed because they're like, okay, they spent so much money on putting the event together and they weren't getting much of a result. So then we had 6 days to really get results. They had 10 registered client people who actually converted, go onto their page and converted. Was nowhere near to what they wanted to be. So we literally on 10-day stretch. So what we did is created a very high converting landing page, created a funnel for them, and then added a campaign. And what does that result gave us? Again, the framework is that we gave us a 6-day runway, which was very challenging, but we got 13 people registered per day. So that was amazing, right? Sorry, yeah, if you're not speaking, if you don't mind just muting, that'll be awesome. Thank you guys. Okay, perfect. I can't see you, but you can see me hopefully. If you can see me, please put thumbs up so I know you can see me and you can hear me all, right? Awesome. Thank you guys. So that's one of the results. I'm going to share with you 4 like that. So there's another one here. This is a college. They wanted to offer a taste of their college program. So they did one course for free. So they offered a free course. We ran a campaign for 8 days. And last year when they ran, they got just under 200 or about 200, 250 maybe. But when we ran it with the high converting landing page with the right funnel, and then I'm going to just explain to you what funnel is, and then did the meta ad, we had 600 plus registers in 6 days. 600 people were registering, and we had to stop the ad at 8 days because they were just like, okay, we need to, this is getting a lot, and they didn't have the manpower and the bandwidth to be able to process all of that. Even though all this course was online, but they need to nurture these leads and make sure that these leads are taken care of well. And they also had other focus. They reached their goal within 8 days. They were happy with the results they got. Okay, this is another college that we worked with as well. This is all literally again in the last 3 months that we have done this. We did a 3 weeks campus day campaign for these guys. We registered, again, same concept. We took their authentic offer. We created a very offer that is there. It's hard to say no. We talked about the value the students are going to get, and then we created the high converting landing page with the offer, then the funnel, and then the register. And this is what we got. We got 177 people registered to the campus day, and then we got 97 people actually showed up. And then in the 155 register, 47 people said, here's my, I'm ready to enroll right now. And these are 47 people they didn't have 3 weeks ago before we did the campaign, right? So that's kind of like the power of these campaigns if we do it in the right direction. The last one I want to quickly talk to you guys about is that 2 quick different clients. Is that one is a women's event we just recently did. We did 2.5 weeks of campaign running with them, and we got 211 people registered, about 10 to 15 people registering on a day, right? And I know some of you guys probably thinking, okay, how much did these people spend? And did they just go way over their budget or something? They didn't break the wallet. I can tell you that. It was pretty reasonable budget as well. So I'm going to walk you through that as well. What does the budget look like as well? And here's actually for a school, we just still running this ad campaign. And this is an example I'm going to show you as well. For 4 days, there's website traffic increased by 65 days. They just wanted to get some traffic into their website. And obviously end goal was booking a tour, but they just wanted to kind of build that awareness, and that's what we were trying to accomplish. Okay, so you're like, okay, I got it. You're able to get some results with these campaigns. How do I do this? So that's why you're here in this campaign, in this webinar, is so that you can learn this, make it work for your school. 4 secrets. First secret is that create a high converting enrollment offer. Make sure your offer is well. I'm going to talk about that. Second secret is that make sure build a website that converts. If you don't have a website that's converting, you are going to lose your leads you're just wasting these leads. So please don't do that. And then build a enrollment nurturing funnel. So this is where this concept might be new for some of you guys. So I will spend some time showing that, but the time that I'm going to spend a lot of time, it is on the meta ads, so that you can generate 10x. This says 3x. Some of these guys you probably saw, they got 10x results, right? They got more than what they even asked for, which is amazing, which is what I want every one of you guys to have. Okay, so I can tell you your meta ads is not going to convert if you don't have this part right. And this is where we spend a lot of time with our client. We talk about their offer. What is your offer? Who are your parents? So, what kind of parents are you looking for? If parents don't enroll for a curriculum, they're not looking for, oh, what is the best program? Yes, that's part of it. They want to see the transformation. That's what's going to convince them. So especially if you're, if you're school and you're in elementary grades, remember your audience are Gen Zs and millennials. Millennials and Gen Zs have a lot more information than baby boomers. My parents are baby boomers. If you say Christian school, they'll just say, here's my child, take over, take care of them. But Gen Zs and millennials are not like that. What they will do is that, show me what does this look like? How are you going to do this? I want to show some social proving. So you want to focus on what the parents' desired outcome is. You want to talk about, hey, what is the child going to be doing there? How are they going to be working in there? So it's how are they going to build their confidence? How safety is it? Are they going to be ready for college? Are they going to be ready for elementary school? Are they going to be ready for high school? And then the second part I would focus on is reduce the risk. You know, like what risk? Shadow days, open houses, parents' testimonials, outcome outperform any kind of data you want to show. So outcomes like data lowers the emotional barrier to take the next step. So what I mean by that is show them that, how other parents are benefiting from what you guys are doing. Show how a parent, let's just say a child is not even able to hold a pencil, but then when they went through your program, they're able to write cursive writing. That is amazing. So even like a before and after pictures, right? Show those kind of stuff. Or maybe something like, a child couldn't even read like 3-letter words, and then you all of a sudden they go through your program and they can read like 5-letter words, a full sentence. That is a wow, and that stops people from scrolling and wanting to more look at what is this going on, right? So create a compelling entry point offer. Make sure your offer is valid. Most of the time, the schools are not growing, or their campaigns are not working, is because your offer is not clear. It's your offer, they're not sure what they're getting, or they don't see why you're unique from other people. And then create the urgency to be able to work on coming on, like prioritize admissions, windows, like, hey guys, we have limited number of seats, any scholarship you have, genuinely act like, this is the time that you need to work and you need to act right now. These are important tips that you guys definitely need to make it into your offer. The last thing I want to talk about the offer is that make sure you have a high converting entry point offer, like future student experience day, school readiness, STEM program, any STEM program, arts program, especially for some of you guys who have come to me in the last couple of weeks on high school or anywhere from grade 7 and onward. You guys are having a hard time really conveying your value, because remember, your audience are not parents, only is students. And I would say almost 70% is students and only 30% is parents. Again, it's a shift in culture. In our time, my parents tell us this is the school we go to. We don't ask questions, we just go to those schools. In today's world, it's child led, where a child tells the parent, this is a school that I want to go to because I see all these things on social media, all these fun stuff. And then your school is not talking to the child, is talking to the parents. So especially high school schools that are here right now, just make sure that your social media, your content, your converting pages really converts to the high school students as well, and it talks about their value as well. And then urgency boost that drives action, high priority admission window. Again, we talked about welcome family benefits, summer enrichment program. Urgency is not about manipulating the parents, but it's honest communication about real constraints. So when you use it authentically, it helps them motivate family to make that decision what they were already trying to make. Okay, so make sure that it's authentic, is real, that they can smell from far away if it's not, right? So number 2 secrets, I'm going to go through this very fast. Your website should book tours, not just look good. Okay, I'm telling you, the reason why your website exists, not because you want to look the best out there. No, no, that's not going to help you. The reason why you have a website is that you want somebody to go in there and book a tour, inquire about it. And if that's not happening, your website, especially the homepage or the landing page, is not conveying that message. Obviously, we need to bring the people to your website. I'm not talking about that. But if people are coming to your website and they're not taking actions, then remember, we need to talk about the secret one. Make sure your offer is clear. And you need to make sure your website doesn't just talk about you and why you are the best or thing in the world. You want to talk about the parents. Talk about what will my child's life look like when they come to that? Why would their child benefit from coming to that? Make parents see it for themselves. Real photos of real students, authentic testimonials, stories that mirror the hopes and fears of the parents you're trying to reach, right? Build trust before asking for anything. Put out the credentials, put out the FAQs, and I don't know if any of you guys going to be in Orlando. For my friends in Florida, I am going to do that big conference in Orlando on Monday and Tuesday, so I will be there. So come to our booth, and I am going to speak at that webinar as at that session as well. I think we have close to 2,000 people registered right now, so it'll be awesome. So if you're going to be there, come and check out our session, and I love to say hi. And we're going to talk a lot about this, building trust before even asking for anything. What does that look like? How do we, in this AI world, how do you get your school be found? Remember, Google is losing market share because AI is taking over right now on all the searches. So you need to make sure your website is AI approved as well. And if you don't have a book a tour on your website, just give a little small slap on your hands right now and make sure you go and talk to your website editor and put a book a tour button somewhere on your website, preferably on the navigation so that parents can take actions quickly. Okay. I know I'm skimming through this really fast, but this is very important stuff that I'm sharing with you guys. Secret number 3, this is the funnel. This is very, very important. I'm going to show you an image of this after we went through these slides, but automation is what is making the change in people's life right now. We used to give schools almost 140 leads a year, the school year, maybe from like August to June or May. And if we give about 100, 120, only 50 or 60 are getting converted or actually getting tours booked. And I'm asking them, what's happening? What happened to the other 50 or 60? Why didn't they book any tour? And they're like, oh, by the time we get there, we send the emails, they already booked another tour in somebody else's, or their schedule or our schedule didn't come in. And then we had to re-engage. Remember this, guys, when you engage a potential parent, re-engaging them is a lot harder. They're already at your website. Make it easy and simple for them to engage with you guys easily. Very important. You have something like that. So right away, when they have said, I want to book a tour, they get an email right away saying to them, um, hey, email saying, hey, thank you for booking a tour. We are so excited. Your tour is this date. Or if you cannot put the calendar, then I would say at least let them know somebody's going to get back to you within the next day or in the next couple of hours, and we're going to get you slotted into that tour. And they're getting an email, they're getting an SMS, which is a text message, and then they are almost convinced, by almost 70-80% convinced, that when before they walk into that door, this is the right school for them. Right now you are working with parents who have double income, meaning both parents are working. So for both parents to take time off of work and come and walk into your school and experience your tour, remember, they need to be convinced this is the right choices for them. And the automation is very crucial in order to do that. Once we put this in, we saw a humongous increase in the conversion, because now people don't have an excuse about, oh, them going away or not, like that. No back and forth emails, nobody falling through the crack. They book their tour right away, they get converted into their schedule, and they're looking forward to coming with that. Okay, so deep dive on what does that messaging look like, what does that copy look like. The instant they booked a tour, they clicked on, I'm interested in coming and checking out your school, send out a message like, thank you for reaching out, here's what to expect. A personalized email with the parent's name and signature. All of this can be automated, guys. We have systems now that automate these things, right? And then show the social proving, hey, you know what, thank you for booking a tour, we look forward to seeing you on June 15th. But you know what, while you're waiting here, two of our parents who are here, why they came to Faith Academy, or why they're here at Excellence School of ABC, right? So that they already, because they already have it in your calendar, they are committed. They're going to watch that video. I guarantee you they're going to watch that video. Tell your school story. Maybe day 2, after they registered on day 0, day 2 they get the social proof, day 3, or sorry, day 4 they can get your story. Hey, behind the scene videos on how did you guys start and what is your story? Why did you create the school that you have today? And then day 4 can be actual tour. Or sorry, day 7 can be actual tour. You're inviting the parents, you're showing them everything. And then let's just say they didn't enroll yet. You can re-engage them with more value add of what your school does. Okay. Again, all of this can be automated. You don't need to send them a personalized individual email every single time. You can automate this nurture from day 0 to day 14 when you get a lead into your campaign. Okay, this is where I'm going to spend most of my time, my rest of my time here. So I am going to talk about what does meta ad looks like. Again, from the this is giving the fact that the first 3 secrets that I told you guys exist. Okay, so don't come to me and say I did the meta ad gen exactly like you said, it's not working. But then I'm going to ask you, well, what was your offer? What was your converting landing page? What was your website messaging look like? I'm going to ask you those questions. So make sure the secrets 1 to 3 is working. And then this will be the last step. A lot of the people are doing it backward. They just jump in and put meta ads for their schools and they wonder, oh, you know what, I just spent 2,000, I just spent 3,000, I just got one or two, a couple of people coming through that, and some of them are just happy with the funnel through it too, right? But why not get more and get let your money stretch? So these are the things that you want to do so that your ad doesn't get scrolled away, but they stop from scrolling and they actually look at it and then even take action. Start with the hook that calls out the pain point. Call out a specific parent's fear, frustration, what they are concerned about. Talk about that. Okay, talk about what is the thing that keeping a parent on concern. I'll tell you, for example, we have fully transparent myself right now. We're going through looking at what does my child like. My middle child wants to look for a high school that has good sports and activities and stuff, things like that. So we are trying to evaluate, hey, was this the right thing for them? And I want my child to be happy at a school. Any parent will want that. So talk about what does the parents look like? What does the parents' frustration look like? What does the parents' desire? Right? Make sure your ad doesn't feel like a corporate, doesn't look like very AI. I see so much AI ads right now on social media. If trust me, people see AI ads. And not that it's wrong, it's better than nothing, totally, but make it more real so that they can relate to and they're like, oh, this is real, let me stop. Authentic builds trust. Right? Show transformation. This is what I was talking about earlier, before and after. Stories of child who couldn't maybe do some science project before, they were struggling, and then they're doing it really well a week later, 2 weeks later, because Miss Johnson was coaching her through that, right? So you want to talk about the before and after very well. Build trust through proof, testimonials, awards, graduation dates. How many students let's say you have elementary school. If you're elementary school, most of these kids are going to a really good high school, or most of your students who are from your elementary are top performers in high school. Get to know that data. Go back to your alumni, the ones who graduated from you, and check out how are they doing and use that data for your marketing after that, right? Second is match the message to the biggest parent's problem. Again, this is very similar to the hook, but talk about the problem. Hey, their anxiety go to back, especially if you have parents who have kids, are tiny young kids who have been with their parents or grandparents for the longest time. And when they're ready to go to school, parents are nervous. Talk about that. What does that look like? And let them know your school knows that and is going to prepare the parent and the child to ready to take them on. Okay, now 3 meta ad angles that generate leads. So most of you probably just run one ad. Is not sufficient. Maybe about 4 years ago, 5 years ago, one meta ad probably sufficient. It probably gets you some results. But I would say at least if you want real results, and especially if you're looking for enrollment by September or August, minimum run three angles ad, right? So because remember, you probably like, okay, Jen, my parents have so many different frustrations or different angles. I have so many different type of problems that my parents come. Exactly why 3 ad meta ad will work for you guys. So talk about their concerns. One could be, hook could be, Is your child getting the support that truly needs at a school? That's the angle that you can come from. Another angle, maybe a student transformation, how one student went from struggling to striving in 1 year in school. What does that look like? One child who was just struggling in August and September, he just didn't not want to be there. He's having a hard time with his math and science and all of that. And then fast forward to January or February, and looks like, look at him just doing math, and he's on top of everything, and his confidence is built up. Show that in your story, right? Future success, educational advantage, success. Parents are giving their children the right one. So parents wants to make sure they're making the right choices for their child. Assure them in your messaging that you are the right choices for them, and confirm that. And I'm hoping that you guys are genuine and real school, then you guys are doing that. Obviously, then this will work for you. Okay, the ad formula. So make sure you have this on your ad. So, okay, maybe I should stop for a second. When I'm talking about ad, I am not talking of, there's two type of meta ads, or Facebook Meta does is boosting and then ad. I'm talking about ad here. Boosting is when you actually schedule a post, you post it out, and then reboost it to the people in your network, and then you can go to those audience. You can go to different locations, countries, and then just say, hey, go to that location and stuff like that. What I am talking about here is your ads is organically going to people who are not in your poll, and we want to go and go with a really strong offer and a message to them. Okay, so if you want to know about boosting, I will connect with me later, and you and I could talk about this. This is for ad campaigns. Okay.
Perfect. You got this done? Okay.
Sorry, guys. If you can just go on mute if you're not speaking, that would be amazing. Thank you so much. Okay. Okay, top of the line, stop scrolling. We talked about that. Make sure your hook is clear. This is your headline on your ad. You want to make sure something like parents, is your child reaching their full academic potential, right? So go directly to the audience they're speaking to and make it clear to them what does that look like, right? And then in your primary text, talk about the story and the desire, right? Many parents don't realize their child is struggling until grades drop. The right environment can dramatically improve confidence, performance, future opportunities. See how our students are achieving remarkable results. Book a tour today. See that? I'm carving them into a story, saying, hey, you know what, child are, it's sad when child grades are going down, right? But we have a solution for you. If you can put them into the right environment, that can change. And that, not only that they're not going to just struggle, but they're going to be confident, they're going to be good performance, and they're going to build a future for them. So I'm building that solution for them. I'm agitating the problem, and then at the same time giving them the solution, which is my school, right? Help your child strive academically. This is to the parents again. The parents is the one who has to make the decision. Remember, from a story brand, they're the hero. So simple, outcome focus, emotionally resonate, repeats the transformation, not the program. Description is a short one. Primary should really be description. I don't know why Meta called that primary text and this not description, but description is a very short. You don't even have, I wouldn't put more than, this might even be a little long. I would probably even stop here, maybe 4 or 5 words, because it doesn't show up when you scroll down the thing. But something personalized learning, exponential outcome, limited enrollment spots available, something to really catch them through that. Okay. Okay. Go through this checklist before you guys publish any ads. Remember, when you're publishing an ad, it takes about 3 or 4 days to learn. Meta needs 3 or 4 days to learn. So if you pause and keeps editing, pause and keep editing, you are losing money because Meta starts all over again. So it thinks that, oh, it's a brand new campaign, it's a brand new set. And so the system doesn't know that it's actually the existing campaign. Go from where you left off. The learning curve on the logarithm, it's actually every time you stop. So try not to stop your campaigns till the very end if it's performing well, especially if it's performing well, right? So check the pattern, interpret any scrolling stop hooks, make sure those are in, make sure it feels organic, it carves into a story, show a clear student transformation, include proof and social credibility signals, feature real students, demonstrate available options. The next step, just call to action is very important. CTA, we call it call to action. Make that very easy and simple. and speak directly to the parents or the students' pain points. What are they looking for? And present one clear, low friction next step. Book a tour, register for the event. Whatever it is, make it clear and one act call to action. Okay. So putting this four secrets together, here's the diagram we talked about. Make sure you have the high converting offer. Your offer needs to be clear, easy, simple to understand so that when they look at this offer, they see what their afterlife's going to look like. I'm having a child who's challenged with their education. When they go to this ABC school, they will be performing well. They will be building their confidence. They will be doing well. They will be able to get into a good university or a good college, a good trade show, whatever the parents' desire is. Make sure the offer is high converting. Make sure now the landing page, and I'm saying about website, but I'm talking about the landing page. Make sure the landing page is well. And then create the funnel. Make sure the funnel speaks directly to the automated emails or SMS, all of that. Make sure that's clear. And then your meta ads is what we went through. And you can go through that again with in the video when I share with you guys. Make sure you have the right hook, the primary text, and your descriptions. Okay. So this is kind of like the framework that we follow when we did that. We did this exact four secrets, guys, to get the results that we did. So this is completely free for you guys. You copy this and you will be able to get the similar results. Okay. Again, building ad campaign, the right structure. This is now the structure of the campaign. Make sure you, on the campaign level, you set the objective. I would use lead conversion instead of sales or traffic, because sales, in traffic especially, is not really going to give you much of a result. But I would optimize with the lead, and I would do at least 2 to 3 sets of ads, and then run about 2 to 3 creatives if you can, or even 3 sets and then run one creatives for each set will be great. I wouldn't go lower than $25 a day to get results. And and then once you figure out which of these creatives are doing well, lower the ones for the other one and then increase the other one if you can. Okay. Targeting the right parents or the right audience is very important. So make sure that you choose the right geography of where you're going to go to. The location is very important. Interested, Meta does let you choose interested parents or the interested type of audience. You can choose the right audience. You can do lookalikes. Lookalikes is very key as well. You can take about 50 of your current parents, copy them and say, figure out parents who are similar to like this and help us to find them. So that might help you as well to get to your right audience. Here's a quick 30-day plan for you guys to get the results that I was telling you about, to get that 50-80 leads to come through your pipeline so that you guys can get these guys converted. Is that make sure that the foundation, the first week foundation is set correctly. The week 2, you launch that set, right? You can launch the launch, but make sure the first week you have that landing page and the offer is good. Make sure you guys have your pixels put into your website, and then optimize it. Watch that ad and then modify it, change it, as in, if you think that one is not performing after 4 or 5 days, if it's not doing well, change it to, maybe change the wording a little bit and check. But after a week and a half, if it's not doing well, I will turn it off. That's the best way to do it, and then increase the value of the ones that are doing well. So the one that's doing well is getting more of the budget. Okay, the things to look out for, what's important. I'm going to go through that quickly. Cost per lead. You want to look at the lead quality score, your tour booking rate, email open rates. You want to look at enrollment conversion, right? The reach and impressions are good. It tells you at least how many people are looking at it. Page likes and followers are great, but they're not going to really talk about the conversion. So I would honestly talk about cost per lead is very crucial when you're looking at these things. We talked about this throughout, and I just want to reinforce making sure you have these. These are the reasons why schools ads are not working. Sending ads to your homepage is not going to work. You might get 1 or 2 leads. I get that. I'm not, when I'm saying not working, I'm saying that you're not going to get this high performing ads, right? You want something like, a high converting landing page, running ads without follow-ups, like, your administration is going to burn out. So make sure you're running ads that you could follow up and do well on. Okay. And stopping them before it's too early. Remember, Meta needs about 3 to 4 days. So if you don't have the 3 to 4 days, it is not going to help. and then leading with the school, not the parent. Remember, parents are the heroes. So lead with the parents' problem, not the school's problem. Okay? Awesome. I'm going to just go through this. You guys already saw this. This is exactly what we did. So I'm not going to spend too much time on this one. Landing page, you need that headline, you need that lead form image and the proof. These are the key things that you need so that these people can convert. So, okay, understanding how parents actually make enrollment decision. This is very important. You guys need to understand when parents are coming into your conversation, how do they build awareness? How did the consideration happen? What's the value? What's the decision that they're making? Okay. Why Christian schools or private schools have a unique enrollment opportunity? Look at that from a parent's perspective. What is the enrollment? I apologize. My dog is barking very loud. He's concerned that there's somebody at the door. So excuse me for the sound. Okay, timing of your campaign is very important as well. So know where your parents are coming from. The back to school is very important. New Year, there's a different type of reflections on what the parents are coming at. And then October, November is another one. And then March will be another one, right? So think about the campaign, run it based on that season. Don't just run a generic ad, then you're going to lose these people, right? How much should you spend? This is very important on how much you should spend. It's very good to understand that your budget is anywhere between 6 to 900. Then you're starting. If your budget is anywhere between 1200 1800, it's very important to understand. You're going to actually see some great results. I'm not saying that you're not going to see any results. At least start with 600 to 900 a month of budget. This is how much ad spend month. Okay, and then a more aggressive one will be 2,500. Some people even spend $10,000. Okay. So I would look into your ad spend in that way. These are just extra informations. So I'm going to actually show you kind of a couple of things that will help you and show you real life results. But before I do that, from a next step perspective, if you guys want to wants to look at your landing page or your homepage, you can pick a date in our calendar, and we can give you a free audit and give you, okay, these are some of the hooks that you guys can use. We'll love to help you guys with that. Quick summary on this secrets is that make sure that your offer is clear. You have the right offer, you have a converting landing page, you have a funnel that communicates and nurtures your value while your school exists, and then have a ad copy that scrolls up. Okay, how was that?